Hi everyone, my name is Rui Alves. I'm from Coimbra, Portugal. I'm not an English native speaker, but I will try to speak English clearly. This is my first assignment at Coursera.org and my first tutorial ever. I will tell you about the way I make connections to record a line instrument like keyboard, sampler, rack synth, CD player. It does not apply to guitars and basses. The gear I'll be using for this demonstration is a Yamaha keyboard, two mono unbalanced cables, two instrument cables. I provide these markers left and right to be more easily identified in the connection process. A USB cable, native instruments audio interface core. This interface is also one MIDI controller. I use this controller live, is small, very resistant, is a tabletop format that sits right on top of my keyboard. The controls are touch sensitive and lighted when I touch. I have an LCD display, it really helps in dark environment, and control lots of plugins in my core software. It has a headphone out, two analog outs, two analog inputs, a continuous pedal like a wah-wah, MIDI in and out, SPDIF digital out, USB connector, and two foot switches for sustain and start stop. I use a laptop computer and a set of Optimizers headphones. To prevent clicking noises and cracks they may damage the monitors or headphones, even your ear, first I will remove the volume of all devices involved in signal flow, in this case my keyboard and my audio interface, and turn on the power only at the end of the connection process. Let's get started. First, I will connect the left output of the keyboard to the left input of the audio interface, and the right output of the keyboard to the right input of the audio interface. I use two instrument cables because I want the stereo connections to have in recording all the rich sounds that split in the two channels, such as multiple layers, sounds, effects, panels. Now let's connect the USB in the interface. Then I will connect my headphones on the headphones out of the audio interface. I use here a stereo connection cable to have in the left ear the left channel of recording and in the right ear the right channel of the recording. I will not use MIDI connections in this tutorial because I think it's subject for another tutorial. Now let's connect the USB cable in the computer. Let's power on the keyboard, power on the computer. The interface lights. Yes, let's start my digital audio workstation. In this case I will use Reaper. A couple of adjustments, new track, ARM track important, set the input to stereo, and monitor set to no layer in recording. So all set almost. Let's raise up the volume of the keyboard, the input of audio interface, and of course to acceptable levels. The yellow is perfect. Okay, now just press the record and have fun. So let's now focus in the signal flow. When I press a key in my keyboard brain processes all the movement of the key into binary information, and through a digital to analog converter the binary information becomes electrical impulse through the cable and reach the audio interface, and through an analog to digital converter in my interface the impulse becomes again binary information, and through an USB or FireWire cable reach the computer. In my case I have a USB cable. So we want to hear the recording and the changes in sound, and again the same used USB cable or FireWire take back the binary information to the interface, and with a digital to analog converter convert the binary information into electrical impulse, then go through the earphone cable to the right output transducer speaker and to the output transducer speaker. That transforms electrical impulse and sound pressure variations and hair. Thanks for joining me. I hope it was useful. It was my first work in video, image and sound. Sorry for my poor English. See you next week.